Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining the Agarwal Industrial Corporation Limited Q3 and 9 months ended FY24 earnings call. Joining us on the call today from the management team is Mr. Vipin Agarwal, Chief Financial Officer of the company. We will commence the call with the opening thoughts from the management, post which we will open the forum for Q&A session, where the management will be glad to respond to any queries that you may have. Before we go on the main call, I would like to read the standard disclaimer. There may be forward-looking statement about the company and the subsidiaries which are based on the belief, opinion and expectation of the company's management as on the date of this call. The company do not assume any obligation to update their forward-looking statement if those beliefs, opinion, expectation or other circumstances should change. These statements are not guarantee of future performance and involve risk and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. Consequently, listeners should not place any undue reliance on such forward-looking statements. With this, I will hand over the call to Mr. Vipin Agarwal, Chief Financial Officer, to take it forward. Over to you, sir.
Good evening to all and a very warm welcome to everyone who has joined us today. I take the pleasure of welcoming you all to the Q3 9 months FY24 earnings conference call of Agarwal Industrial Corporation Limited. Let me start by giving you a brief overview of the company's business and will then take you through the financials and will then be happy to take questions if you have any. Agarwal Industrial Corporation is an integrated petrochemical company focused on bitumen. We are India's largest private player in bitumen and have a wide range of innovative bitumen products designed to help meet the challenges of road, roofing and insulating materials. Our bituminous product ranges from viscosity grade bitumen, industry grade bitumen, modified bitumen like CRMB, PMB, Bitu coat, Bitu plus, Bitu primer, bitumen emulsions, bitumen paints and bitumen emulsion materials. Agarwal Industrial Corporation offers a comprehensive range of construction solutions and services by pursuing an integrated approach and applying effective practices to meet client requirements. We have big clients like IOCL, BPCL, HPCL, JM Matre, Shapoorji Pallonji and many more. Our company's profit on per metric ton has improved from around 2200 to rupees 2400 in the last few years. In the previous earning call, we had given a guidance to target 5 lakh metric tons, which is a growth of around 18% in the previous year. We would like to state that we are confident to achieve our guidance. The interim budget 2004-25 allocated rupees 2,78,000 crores for 24-25 for road, transport and highways as against 270,434. Total allocated in 2023-24. The government has kept its focus on rapid infrastructure growth in the next financial year with a plan to give another increase in capital expenditure allocations for Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. The move will further speed up road construction and completing work on portions awarded under Bharatmala 1 project. I would now like to take you through the operational and financial highlights. In Feb 24, we have added our largest ever petroleum vessel named MT Gauri, having a capacity of 47,999 metric tons, taking the fleet capacity to 10 numbers and total capacity to around 102049 metric tons. The vessel was purchased through 54% from internal accruals and 46% through loans. And we are seeking a payback time of about 4 years. The company has set up its own solar system of 255 kilowatt at our manufacturing units situated at Dighi, Taloja and Danoli, Gujarat. These initiatives have helped us in generating additional operating margins, thereby strengthening our growth journey. At the outset, we are pleased to inform that we have reported healthy numbers in terms of top line operating profit and bottom line in Q3 and 9 months FY24. This we were able to achieve on back of strong volume growth since we have crossed total volume of approx 3,02,000 metric ton in 9 months FY24 versus 2,72,088 metric ton in 9 months FY23, a rise of 11.02% on a year-on-year basis. On a consolidated level, Q3 FY23-24 revenue from operations was 488.18 crores, while EBITDA was at rupees 45.23 crores at a margin of 9.25% versus 7.19% in Q3 FY22-23. PAT was at 27.63 crores at a margin of 5.65% as compared to rupees 25.21 crores at a margin of 4.55 in Q3 FY23. Coming to 9 months financial FY23-24, results, revenue from operations was at rupees 1,348.85 crores. EBITDA was at rupees 116.03 crores at a margin of 8.58% versus 7.43 in 9 months FY23 at rupees 101.37 crores. PAT reported is at rupees 71.2 crores at a margin of 5.27%, while 9 months FY22-23 was at rupees 63.96 crores at 4.69%. The total volume handled during this period of 9 months or at 302,000 metric tons versus 272,088 metric tons in 9 months FY22-23. The volume transported through our own vessels was around 160,000 tons and through chartered vessels around 142,000 tons approx. In FY22-23, we have reported a margin drop of 0.86% in total revenues in 9 months FY23-24 versus 9 months FY22-23, in spite of higher volumes as mentioned earlier. The drop can be attributed to fluctuations in the raw material prices due to the ongoing war scenario and Red Sea impact, which has led to price change commodity difference. The prices seems to have stabilized for now, and the next quarter we should expect volume as well as price growth. We endeavor to retain our largest private player position by becoming the preferred supplier of bitumen products to facilitate the growing pace of India's infrastructure. With this, we will request our participants to ask any questions and answers if they have.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone phone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The first question is from the line of Yash Kukreja from Equity Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thank you for taking my question. So my first question is regarding the cost of the new vessel. Could you please help me with that?
Yeah, the total cost of the new vessel in INR would be around 145 crores. So around 17 million.
Okay. So, sir, my second question is, so, sir, as in last call, we had mentioned that to buy a vessel of 5,000 metric ton, we have to pay around 70 to 75 CR. So,
yes.
sir, how did we buy it at such a discount, like the capacity has almost got doubled?
No, it is not in the same manner that, firstly, this vessel is not very young, and the 5,000 tons or 7,000 tons that we have procured earlier, those were the younger vessels. And it is not in the same proportionate that if you are taking a 5,000 ton vessel and a 50,000 ton, it will be 10 times of that. No, it is only a proportionate. After a particular level, the vessel price seem to be, because only the tank capacity increases. Overall, when you are making any vessel, the size, suppose this is for 3,000 or 7,000 ton, would have a light ship weight of about 3,000 or 3,500. These vessels would be having around 9,000 light ship or 10,000. So it's only 3 times.
Oh, got it. Sir, and my second...
I hope you understood the...
Yeah, got it.
Thank you.
So, sir, my second question is, so recently we had got an order of like 1.92 lakh from BPCL and HPCL. So
yes.
Can be executed in Q4?
Yeah, we already started executing and we are supplying to both the companies now.
Okay, so this order will get executed in Q4?
Yes, we have started this in Q4.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to join the question queue. The next question is from the line of Divya Sethi from Electrum Portfolio Managers Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, sir. I just have two questions. First one being, since we've been adding ship vessels in last 2-3 years, as a business, do we intend to be a ship charter in the longer run? Because they have been higher EBITDA contribution, that has been a higher EBITDA contribution business line. So is that the plan?
Thank you for the question. No, we are not looking at setting up our company as a shipping company, because all the vessels that we are procuring, it is basically to support our infrastructure that we have in India, so that the dependency on any third party that we have today, that is eradicated, and we are able to sustain on a long term with our own fleet, so that tomorrow if some the suppliers or any third party that you are depending upon, if they don't supply, we have your own setup to bring this product and continue the volumes that we are doing.
So, sir, would it be fair to say that this addition of vessels is just being done to leverage any additional cost also that comes to us for importing bitumen from outside?
Can you just repeat once again, please?
No, would it be fair to understand that this addition of vessels that we've been doing continuously is also to leverage the additional cost that we have to pay to third parties for importing bitumen in the long run? Yeah,
that I already explained in, I think, first quarter Concall, because when we are paying third party, last year, I think in the first Concall of after finishing last year, we mentioned that around 40 to 50 crores is the total outflow that we are paying to third parties, and that was around 2 lakh tons. If I'm able to do that 2 lakh tons with my own fleet, all those savings would be in the company.
Understood. Okay. And my second question was on the repayment of borrowing. What is the plan for that?
It's 5 years basically, and our return payback is around 4 years.
Okay, no, so the borrowings that we have in the balance sheet, do we have any plan to repay that in the near future?
See, we can easily pay the entire borrowings that we have in less than a month, less than a year. But if we have to grow and add more vessels, so whenever we have any interval accruals, we try to invest that so that we add a leverage. At the same time, we are able to add more vessel or any other capex to help in reducing the fixed cost that we have or the rentals that we pay, or maybe the freight.
Okay, got it. I have more questions, but I'll join the queue. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Pritesh from Lucky Investment. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. This 1 lakh ton capacity now you have on the ships, will it be enough to support 4 lakh volume?
No, see, our target for volume is around 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs in the coming year, and even crossing 1 million. So that all the plannings have been done in that manner, so that we are able to do the volumes or internal volumes through our own fleet.
Sir, as of now, when you had last year about 50,000 ton, you ended up doing in the 9 months 1,60,000. So I'm just trying to.
Last year we had done around 2,01,000
from your own vessels.
Yeah, and few of the vessels were acquired after that.
So whatever is your capacity, let's say if it's 1 lakh, can we take a 5x rotation, 4x rotation on that number of the capacity? Easily, right? So if you have a 1 lakh ton now, you can support up to 5 lakh of your own volume?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. My second question is, sir, on the volume growth side. Last year also was about 10% growth. What we see in the 9 months is also 10%.
Yeah.
However, we are growing, slightly faster than that in the earlier years.
Yeah.
So what is the key challenge which has brought this volume growth a little bit lower?
The key challenge is definitely procuring the product and making it available always. So that is the place where we are working, so that there is a delay in loading as well. So that area is not under the control. The selling part is not a problem. We are dry most of the time. We have dry many times in Indian ports, because the vessel is yet to reach and the product is getting over. And the sale part is definitely much higher, or demand is there for me to even do 1.5x of what we are doing today. Sourcing the material, getting it's a real challenge.
Okay.
So we are trying to figure out how, but due to beyond control situations wherein you are not able to get the product as you require, and the quantity, suppose we require 1 lakh ton, we may end up getting only 60,000 tons in that month. That is where we are working, and we are trying to strengthen ourselves with adding fleet so that even when we are having third parties, our vessel and the third party vessels combined, we will be able to get more volumes in India.
So the way to address this challenge is having more suppliers for you who can supply you bitumen, or it's a more logistic support that you have to create to get you more bitumen? I didn't understand how I understood the challenge.
Support is required from the place of manufacturing or the loading point where we require the product to be loaded. It's like this, there are so many people who are in this trade, so everyone wants to load. And maybe I may have to wait sometimes a day, sometimes even 7 days or sometimes 10 days to load my vessel. That is the challenge that is there as of now, to increase the volume to the level that we want to.
Okay, so it's the port challenge, it's the loading challenge,
challenge, right? Not the sales part.
Okay. What are you seeing for that to rectify? Because it's not in your hand, it's not in your supplier's hand as well, I think.
When we have more fleet, so at any given point, you will be having a particular quantities in your hand. Suppose 1 lakh and my third party or other suppliers, they will be having around 1 lakh. So at least I will be able to have 1 lakh tons in India in a given month, which is our target.
Okay. And my last question is, sir, you have a 500,000 volume thought process for FY24, which you mentioned in the beginning of the call.
Yes.
It means that you have to grow about 35% volume in the last quarter.
Yes.
Are you on track based on whatever you have done for the first 45 days? Because
I think yes, we are very much on track, but maybe a few thousand, about 5,000-10,000 here and there maybe. But yes, 5 lakh challenge that we had taken last year is very much and in line with what we want to achieve.
So you will grow faster in volumes than last year. That's for sure that you're looking for, right?
Fourth quarter is anyways the highest revenue giving quarter.
Yeah. Okay. And lastly, sir, how much have you invested in this 1,02,000 now, the vessels that you have created? 10 vessels. So what is the total investment done here?
If you say market price or book price?
No, your investment price.
My investment would be around 80-90 million now.
80-90 million?
Yes.
For a saving on logistics of what amount?
See, that is very difficult to answer because our volumes have been growing. If you combine...
So we'll see what ROCE or ROIC we should see on this $80-90 million?
Around 18 to 20%.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much for your question.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Mrunal from Axanoun Investment Management. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. Since 2018, the government allowed importing bitumen, and we are 100% dependent on importing the bitumen. What if the government again changes their policy? Currently, government focus is on promoting the domestic production across the sectors.
Thank you so much. The government did not start importing bitumen in 2018. It has been importing since around 20 years now. There was never a government restrictions in importing bitumen. There was no infrastructure during last 15 years back to bring or import bitumen at a particular port because there was no storage. Coming back to the point wherein government is promoting domestic production, yes, but at the same time they want to increase the infrastructure space, which is not possible from obtaining from the existing PSUs because their production capacity is still remaining about 5.5 million tons in a year against a demand of around 9 to 10 million existing, which will go to about 12 to 14 million in next 3 to 4 years. And there is no additional capacity planned as such which can be done on an immediate basis.
So, sir, why is not PSU directly importing bitumen and why are they buying from us?
That is the reason we have been awarded a tender by HPCL and BPCL because since they cannot import directly, we are supplying to them.
So, is there any particular regulatory hurdle or what is the reason they are not importing?
Regulatory hurdle, but it's not it's a PSU, so they have compliances. they have procedures to be followed, which is a lengthy process. Sometimes they end up paying higher rate or at a very lower rate.
Right. Okay, sir, and looking at the historical perspective, where does the current price of bitumen stand? It's low, high, or it's average?
In monetary terms, it would be difficult to answer, but the average realization value should be around 40,000 on a basic plus GST.
Right. Okay, that's all.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Kairav Sundar from Spark Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. I hope you can hear me. So I want to know, how much of the bitumen that we get in using our vessels is used by us, and how much of it is pure trading volumes?
I already answered this question. We are importing about 55% through our own vessels now in this 9 months, and 45% through third parties.
No. My question is, how much of it do we use ourselves, and do we give the raw bitumen as purely to someone else, without doing anything in our facilities? Is there any part of bitumen that we are trading?
Got your point. Basically, you have to firstly understand that the product that is being imported is also a finished product that we manufacture from our plants. So the manufacturing goes from 30 to 40%, and the balance 60% includes the finished products at various ports that are required, which if I make at my plant would give me an additional cost in terms of manufacturing and logistics costs. That is the reason we import finished products at many of the ports. So it is an average of both manufactured and finished products that are being imported.
Okay, so you think, do you have any percentage mix of how much is finished product? You said 30 to 40%.
So 30 to 40% is manufactured, and 60 would be inclusive of both trading and finished product.
Okay. And my second question would be around what kind of margin improvements should we be seeing with this new vessel addition? Do you have any?
As I explained in my opening call, we have per metric ton benefit, the per benefit cost that we were having around 2,200, which has gone about to 3,400 now. With the addition of new vessels, it should definitely go to about 3,700 per metric ton.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for taking.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Just a reminder to all the participants, if you wish to ask questions, you may press star and 1 now. The next question is from the line of Mrunal from Axanoun Investment Management. Please go ahead.
Sir, do we have plans to enter into any related products or businesses?
If you say we are already at a forward and backward integration, because we have our own logistics, land, water, we have our own storage, we have our own customer base, we have our own supply chain. So we are already in that forte as of now.
Okay. And sir, secondly, how much value addition we make on the purchase raw material to sell it? I mean, how significant is the value addition?
There is quite a lot of frequencies. Every emulsions that we have, it is having totally a different process. Same way when you are making CRMB, PMB, they have a different process. Emulsions are more water-based. CRMB is having crumb rubber in it. PMB has polymer. Then there are other industrial grades which are oxidized. It's all a process.
So I mean, in terms of monetary values, if I buy 100 rupees of bitumen, how much value addition I'm doing to that and selling it in the market?
Should be around 106.
Hello? Yeah, sorry?
105 to 106.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Devendra Chawla from Prasun Exponentials. Please go ahead.
Hi, I just want to check, what have been the changes in shipping prices from Oman to India, where we get the bitumen from?
No, it has been on a constant level for last almost 3 years now. So about $2-3 here and there, but it has been on a constant level. So around 60 to 65 USD per ton.
Okay, understood. And have there been any other disruptions because of the problems happening in the Red Sea?
Not really, because we are not operating in those areas as of now. So for us, we are all very safe and we don't have any impact as such, apart from the commodity prices that are going up or down. On an operational level, business level, we don't have any issues.
And what are we seeing with commodity prices at the moment for bitumen?
It is tending to go up now.
So what is it currently and what has it fallen to?
It has fallen to around 1. The realization value since H1 September 22, it was at 51,000, which has gone to around 47,000. No, it was 47,000 last year. Now it is at around 40,000. So around 7,000.
Okay, and do we see a recovery in this moving forward?
Yes, yes. So it is already started recovering now, and the prices are tending to move up.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rahul Rongta, who's an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for taking my question. I had two questions. The first one has been completely answered regarding our dependence on imports and what if the government plans to enhance the Make in India initiative. So thank you for that. My second question is, sir, the volume that we said of 4,24,000 last year and 5 lakh, is that our production volume or the volume that we have transported?
It is including both manufactured and imported. No transportation we have considered.
Okay, so whatever figures are mentioned, that is our production volume.
Total revenue. It is on the sale part.
Okay, it is the total sales volume.
Yeah, there is no trade. If I add trade, then it may go to even millions then.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Participants, if you wish to ask questions, you may press star and 1 now. The next question is from the line of Sharan, who's an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Thanks for the opportunity. I'd like to know, sir, basically you are majorly into bitumen and also some gas distribution into. For futuristic perspective, when the bitumen demand comes down, let's say down the line of 4 or 5 years, do you have any alternative plans? There are talks about hydrogen and other stuffs for energy biofuel. So do you have any such new vertical and expansion plans to diversify and to be not to depend on one sector in future?
Thank you so much. I don't think so that would be the case because in India, the infrastructure is anyways growing, and even if it is not growing, there is every time the existing roads that have already been built, they would require to be rebuilt at some time. So going forward, there will be no alternative to bitumen as such. And even if you have to think more futuristic from say 20 years from now, there are so many different areas in this world apart from India where we can work. But that is very futuristic, but that is not the case because in India there is no alternative to bitumen as such as of now.
Okay. And irrespective of whether bitumen demand comes down or not, do you have any other plans or go into another vertical like hydrogen supply?
No, hydrogen, while we are speaking, I don't think so we have any plans on that line. But maybe you never know if you can get some good opportunities and you have some collaborations or joint ventures with some good companies, maybe. But that is all a future. As on date when I am talking, there is no plan as such.
And as of today, you are only catering to India or any other countries of bitumen supply?
We are catering to India for our bitumen, but during the monsoons, we also give our vessels also flying to different areas.
Okay. Oh no, for bitumen supply, I'm saying like.
Yes, we are doing Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Africa.
Okay. And do you have any expansion plan to cater the demand for India as well as other country, or only whenever there is a...
We are not able to fulfill our own demand in India. So
okay.
For now we are focusing on our Indian operations and to increase the volume that is available in India. Only once India is saturated, we will think for something else.
Okay. There was one of my friend who is in a civil contract phase, and in Karnataka there was one road built for around 400 kilometers. The entire road is built with cement. That is as part of pilot. And also they are thinking like base will be the cement and the top layer will be the bitumen. Will that have any impact if they find that solution that is going to be a good solution?
That is only because 2 years back the new highways were called for concrete road. That is the reason, because concrete was called off, and because of the safety reasons, government has decided to form all the new roads with bitumen, and these old concrete roads they have putting bitumen layering on top to cover the same aspect wherein these safety issues are being solved.
Okay.
So it's a cover up the earlier awarded tender for making that road.
Okay, sure. And sir, last question is like any plans?
Sir,
this is just one minute. Any plans about already share price reached 1,000? Any plans about a split or bonus, as many retail investors are looking for that to participate?
Sorry?
Any plans about split or bonus? Many retailers are waiting to participate as the share price hit 1,000 and beyond now.
As on date, I will not be able to answer to this question, please.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Thanks for time.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Parikshit Kabra from PKD Advisors Limited Liability. Please go ahead.
Hi, thank you for the opportunity. Just want to check, it seems like over time we are increasingly becoming a shipping business more than a bitumen business. I'm exaggerating to make a point, but our profits are coming more and more from that industry. I was trying to understand what makes this space so lucrative for us. We simply we're simply buying ships and, getting business for it. Is it just such a wide open space for us to enter? Is there not much competition in this space? What makes it so, lucrative for us?
Yeah, thank you. Firstly, this lucrative is only because we have this kind of a setup in India. We are the only logistics company in India who is having different locations in India wherein we are able to get the product at all the ports with the manufacturing plants that we have. There is no other company in India who is having the setup that we have already built in the last few years. And this shipping is purely supporting this setup that we have built. There are people who are only having ships, there are people who are only having import locations, but they don't have the combination of both, firstly, and some people who are having the combination of both, they're not able to maybe take advantage because they don't have maybe the same sales distribution network that we carry today.
Sorry, so what I understood was that we also give out our ships to third parties for their shipping requirements. But are we doing that only for Indian third party and not internationally?
No, we are giving internationally, but that is during monsoon when we have lower demand in India.
Okay, but the rest of the quarters, we use the ships for our requirement, but also for third-party requirements within...
very minimum. We try to use all the vessels during the peak season for our own requirements in India.
Okay, got it. So most of the profit and the revenue that is coming in the shipping business is our internal revenue only, like our arm's length basis, but our own cap.
The subsidiary is a total independent identity and operating in UAE. It is giving the vessels on freight or a voyage basis to the suppliers that are there in UAE who supplies into India on CFR basis.
Got it. So can I just understand how much of this revenue is coming from our requirements versus third-party requirements?
I think you can say about 90-95%.
90-95 is us?
Yeah.
Okay, understood. All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Anil Thakkar from Jalanj Advisors. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening to you. I have only one question. Like, we have done a lot of forward integration and backward integration. Now, apart from adding more vessels, do we have any plan of further backward integration or forward integration, like entering into infrastructure space or having some refinery kind of bitumen refinery or something like that?
Thank you so much for your question. But yes, if you ask that question, that would be the only backward or forward integration area that would be pending. And if company management decides, so maybe these would be the two areas where they can foray into apart from the existing setup, because these are only two last legs that would be left.
All right. Thank you.
And that requires a huge capex as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we would take that as our last question for today. I would now like to hand the conference over to Ms. Aastha Jain for closing comments.
For Fame Securities Limited, I thank Agarwal Industrial Corporation Limited team for giving the time we spent on this call and responding all the queries in a detailed way. I would also like to thank all the participants for joining this call. Now, I would like to hand it over again to Sagar for the closing remarks.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Agarwal Industrial Corporation Limited, that concludes this conference.